For. More importantly, who has not seen this movie? Okay, pointing here, can I use you as a guinea pig, please? Would you stand up, please, so we can all see who has not seen this movie before? It was made in 1986, and you have not seen this movie before. That's cool. Do you like horror at all? Yes. 1986, and you have not seen this movie. And who are you here with? Okay, did they suggest to you to come tonight to this movie? Have you seen any of the Evil Dead movies? You sort of bounced around, yeah. The first one, that was enough for you. She saw it with me? In Houston. So you've seen one of them. What have you been told about this movie you're about to see tonight? Don't put words in her mouth, sir. What did he tell you? What was the encouragement? It's gross, it's funny, it's stupid. What is it? The lead guy's fucking amazing. I mean, what is it? What did he tell you? Let's skip that, because you know he's the little you're his little puppet. Let's not do that anymore. What are your expectations of this movie? Quality acting? Really good special effects? Great story? What? Is that it? You what? Stupid movie? You wanted to come and see a stupid movie. Well, we're kind of done. We're done with that. Anybody else not seen the movie? Okay, right here, please. It's mostly women who have not seen the movie. Guys are like, fuck yeah, he's jumping his hand over the chainsaw, yeah. Hi there, how are you tonight? Are you here of your own free will? Blink if there are problems. Okay, you're all right. Have you seen the Evil Dead movies? No. Like, what are movies that you like? Yeah, you know. What did you watch last? Did you watch Hallmark recently? What did you watch? Because I've been in a couple of those. And this girl's like, Hallmark, fuck that. I mean, you secretly watch it, I know that you do. Yeah, sorry. Hedrick and the Angry Itch. Okay. Do you like horror as a genre? Sure. Okay. So why are you here? Your dad loves me. So you say you're doing a daughter. It's a dad-daughter thing. All right, Dad. I can't really rag on that. I think that's fine. But see, you can. This movie's unrated. You understand? Now, the fact that this movie is unrated is really stupid. The first Evil Dead got no rating. We did not submit it to the ratings board, and they take notes. So we came to them to get an R rating for this one. We toned it way down. This is nowhere near as bad as the first Evil Dead. And we got an NC-17. Why? You'll see. No reason whatsoever. This is how the ratings board works, by the way. Okay, so Army of Darkness comes along. And we want to get an R rating from that. And we screen it to them again, and they go, let me get this straight. First Evil Dead, you didn't submit it to us, the MPAA. You didn't submit the second one to us, and now you want a rating. You're gonna get one. NC-17, bam! If you've seen the movie, there's talking skeletons. A 9-year-old could watch that movie and go, this is kind of stupid. No, NC-17. So we say to them, what should we cut out? Tell us specifically what we should cut out to get an R. They go, it's the cumulative effect. Fuck you. The same year Goodfellas opens. Here's the opening sequence of Goodfellas. thump, thump. Hey, what the fuck? Car pulls over, they open the trunk. There's a guy in the trunk, bound against his will, clearly distressed. They've tried to kill him already and he's not dead. They can't believe that he's not dead. Joe Pesci takes a knife. Hey, you fucking guy, fuck you. I got a chicken, I got a leg, I got a wing. R-rated. Fuck you, that's torture. That's torture. This is just stupid. I have an issue with the ratings board because I just do. It's just like, you gotta do it the same. So then what happened to us, then we do Evil Dead 2013. That's a harsh movie. Yeah, that's an R-rated movie because now we were with the studio submitting it to the MPAA. And there's people at the studio they call their friend at the MPAA. Hey Karen, it was great having lunch with you today. Hey, we're gonna send this movie over, Evil Dead 2013. It's no big deal, don't worry about it. They show the MPA sort of a version that's a little dimmer. And they've kind of bled the color out a little bit. And the sound is a little muted. R rating. 0 cuts. That's a studio versus independent. That's Scorsese versus us, you know? That's the way it goes. That's okay. So Dino De Laurentiis could not put his name on this movie because he had an agreement with the MPA that every movie he put out would have a rating. So Sam Raimi shot a fake logo for a fake distribution company called Rosebud Releasing. That'll be the opening image you see is complete and utter bullshit shot by Sam. It's a rose opening in, stop motion. It's quite a nice job, quite a nice logo. Completely bullshit. And it is Dino De Laurentiis who's behind it. Yeah. Dino De Laurentiis, what a wacky character that guy was. So this movie, Stephen King helped out the first Evil Dead tremendously. What most people don't know is he helped this movie out tremendously. We make Evil Dead. People faint, they barf. A woman was raped by a tree. We thought maybe we shouldn't do movies like that anymore. Let's make a comedy, and it'll have action and chase, and there'll be a dance sequence. It'll be really fun, no blood. That's a film called Crime Wave. It's our second movie. Yeah, don't even fake it. That film wasn't released, it escaped. Alaska and Kansas. Our careers were dead, officially dead. I got kicked out of the lead part. They recut the movie, they renamed it. We were kind of done. And then Sam Raimi thought one day, hey, you know what? Maybe Ash didn't die at the end of the first Evil Dead. That's it, yeah, that's it. And just so you know, if you cut out all the recaps, the beginning of Evil Dead 2, at the beginning of Army of Darkness, the whole thing would make perfect sense. These stupid recaps where people thought Ash was dumb enough to go back to the cabin with new friends, like you'll see in this one, is because the first movie was made by one company, the second one was made by another company, and the third was made by another company, and nobody had the rights to use the footage from either movie, which is really dumb. So do that illegal thing, download those movies, cut out all the recaps, and watch it as one movie, and watch me age over 12 years, but it'll make perfect sense. So when you watch this recap, just go bullshit. Boom, when he gets caught up in this tremendous force, you'll know. Anyway, so we start trying to raise money for Evil Dead 2. We hire a woman to help scheduling and budgeting and stuff, and can't get the money. We have to let her go. She goes to Wilmington, North Carolina, where Stephen King is making Maximum Overdrive for Dino De Laurentiis. And she shows up on set, she gets hired on that shoot. And Stephen King's talking to her, because he's the director on the set, and, hey, what have you been up to? Well, I was trying to help these guys make Evil Dead 2, but they can't get the money. Stephen King goes, they can't get the money? Evil Dead was great. Let me call Dino. We had a deal about 2 weeks later. Yeah, this was sort of the happy Evil Dead experience. The first Evil Dead was a fucking nightmare that we didn't know until about 8 movies later that that's not how you make a movie. Army of Darkness was a complete and utter shit show. And Evil Dead 2, we were in profit before we even made the movie. It was the first Evil Dead had sold so well overseas. Dino De Laurentiis sold it for a shit ton before we even started. So this is the happy story of the Evil Dead movies. It was filmed in 1986 in Wadesboro, North Carolina. At the J.R. Faison High School, which was abandoned. And the trick is, if you're a low-budget filmmaker, an abandoned high school makes a great studio. You shoot in the gymnasium, big open area, build your sets there. The library was our production office. We opened up the cafeteria again, got everything cooking again. The science lab is where the effects guys did all their crap. It was perfect for them. Each actor got a classroom for their green room. It was very handy, and we got it for $500 a month. Yeah, but I had to give something to every one of the school board guys, the 6 white dudes who were like, yeah, what do you got for me, Mr. Campbell? Name's Freddie, Mr. Campbell. I do contractor. You need a big access door in that gym, don't you? Why don't you call me? I think I can take care of you. So I went down the line and gave every guy money. So they could charge us $500 a month. They didn't care about that money. They wanted a little something else. I learned a lot about how things worked that day. But it was so it was a very reasonable shoot, very hot, middle of the summer, and the locals. It was so hot the locals were apologizing that it was so hot. Oh, it's not normally this bad. I'm like, North Carolina in the summer? Bullshit. It is that bad. The guy who had it worst was Sam's brother Ted. The original woman who played the part was an older actress, and then she gets possessed, and Sam didn't want to put her through that. He goes, I'll put my little brother through that instead, because he wants to get into the Screen Actors Guild. So Ted got dressed in 5 hours of makeup every day. And it's hot as hell. We're on a 2-story set, and we're in the upper story where all the heat goes, in a non-air conditioned gymnasium. Ted's now in a harness, so they can hoist him up in the air. He's already done 5 hours in a suit, got the contact lenses in, and now he's hoisted above this actress, grabbing her hair, and they're spinning him in circles, as fast as they can. And as he goes, he's spattering the crew with sweat every time he goes around. Like, The guy was spinning him, man, I pity that guy. And there's this shot of the movie, I won't spoil it for anyone who's not seen the movie. At one point, Ted, as a possessed creature, turns to the camera and goes, ah! And we have to cut it because a stream of sweat goes and spits out and just pours onto the floor from his head. We almost barfed when we saw the footage. We're like, okay, that's too horrible for this movie. We can't put that in the movie. And the effects guys were the guys who eventually went on to do The Walking Dead. They formed the K&B effects group after this movie. And they were little pranksters. They videotaped everything. So at the end of the day, they'd take Ted out of the suit, but he wore monster booties. He slipped them on. And at the end of every shooting, they would take his booties off really carefully. They didn't want to spill the sweat that had accumulated, because they had a row of Dixie cups up on the counter. And every day they'd pour it into a Dixie cup to see how much Ted had sweat each day. Some this much, that much. One day it was like overflowing. It's like, oh my God. It was kind of that kind of a shoot. People got hurt. It's very physical. I was doing a scene where I spent a lot of time alone in the cabin in this movie. And Dino De Laurentiis was like, you can't have one actor alone in a movie for a half an hour. Bullshit, you lying whore. we're shooting a scene where I'm alone being tortured, so I'm kind of screaming all day. And up in the rafters of our set, I hear a guy going, "Oh, oh." I was like, fucking asshole, I'm working my ass off here and he's mocking me. He wasn't mocking me, he was being electrocuted. He's up there, he's on a power, junction box going, another crew member had to kick him off of the box. So I forgave him. But he wasn't done. A week later, we were having a crew party. He got liquored up on something, hopped on the ATV, which is always a great idea. Flipped it over, broke his collarbone, and had to leave the production. So that's all right. He's selling insurance in Wadesboro now. Very happy man. We got banged up a lot, but it was weird. This was Sam Raimi and I kind of got up to speed on this movie. The first sequel did, we're all trying to figure out what the hell we're doing. This one we had a little bit of an idea, and we didn't want to make the same kind of movie. The first one is very grim. It's inexperienced actors saying shitty dialogue, and you're going to get some funny laughs and stuff. But this one, the co-writer's a guy named Scott Spiegel, who loved the Three Stooges. So any influence you see of Three Stooges, and there's a couple in here, it's Scott Spiegel. Sam Raimi and Scott Spiegel, we rented an office for them. We were working in Ferndale, Michigan, suburban Detroit. And these guys are writing a movie, right? Writing a horror movie, mind you. These guys are cackling all day long at the end of the hallway. We're like, are they writing a fucking horror movie? What are they doing down there? It's sort of developed into what we call splatstick. It's like horror and comedy, which doesn't always go together. But we thought, let's try. This movie's way more fantastical, way more kind of ridiculous and over the top. But that was the fun of it. And I got to know that Sam, I could tell by the way he said the word cut, whether he liked what you were doing or not. If he went, cut, you were fucked. You're gonna do it over and over and over again. If he went, cut it now! For some reason that meant he was really happy with it. He's kind of a weirdo and very demanding. Sequence in the movie, Ash cuts his possessed hand off. It's running around as it does. You shoot at it like you would. And Sam wanted him to shoot some holes in the wall and then look at it, and out of the hole in the wall, he wanted a geyser of blood to hit me directly in the face. We tried it mechanically. Had a great guy who did all kinds of pumps, water pumps. You'd hear, and the blood would sort of come out and go like this. Sam was like, no, cut. So the way to do it is they put me on my back. So turn your head this way, because you're the camera. You turn the camera, turn me, now I look like I'm standing up, right? He put a 55-gallon drum of blood right above me. The set was tilted sideways too. The camera was sideways. I was sideways. So it all looks like it's coming straight at me because we've moved everything like this. We thought, let's test a little drop to see if it's accurate. Right in the middle of my forehead. Sam goes, okay, let's get ready to shoot. I go, hey, so how long is this gonna last? And Sam, he's like, that's the effects guy. Okay, yeah, how long is this gonna last? 55 gallons worth. And Sam goes, okay, if you're drowning, wave your arms. I'm like, that's what I'm supposed to do anyway. He goes, just do it. We're shooting this. Pull the plug, It's spectacular. You'll see it in the movie. It works fantastically. Next 2 weeks, I'm blowing black shit out my nose. I don't even know what it is. Mucus mixed with future death. I don't know what it is. I've ingested so many toxins. I won't be here next year, but it's really been great. The people have been great. It was almost worth it. Anybody have any questions about a movie, this crazy movie, or actually anything else you want to ask? We don't have to limit it. Yes. Cassie, she was Cassie Wesley at the time. A very sweet Southern girl, very, very sweet, and still is. And we didn't really know why she wanted to be in a horror movie. But that's all right, yeah. Is it weird to see my face on your shirts? My dad was in advertising in Detroit for 35 years. He considers a tattoo a walking billboard. A guy came up at a book signing one time and he threw a picture down, and it was the poster from Army of Darkness. But it looked a little off. I go, why does this look so weird? He goes, that's a photo of the tattoo on my back. I went, bullshit. So he goes, pulls it off, turns around. His entire back is the poster of Army of Darkness. Anybody who has ink here knows that's a lot of ink. And it's a great walking billboard. I have no problem with that. Yes?
Michigan or Michigan State?
Michigan or Michigan.